My name is Mark. I'm a partner and general counsel to a private investment company here in town. Day to day, I'm involved in advising and counseling with respect to a variety of businesses that we invest in, as well as real estate ventures that we're involved in, and just figuring out how to proceed with challenging issues on a day-to-day basis. Grew up in Bayside, Queens, so not far from here, and have spent most of my life here. The only time away from New York actually was when I went to law school in Washington, D.C. Real New Yorker. Everything about the city, the pulse of the city, really resonates with me. We lived in the suburbs for many years, moved back into town about a year ago. As our kids, we became empty nesters, so we bought an apartment here in the city. I have a wonderful wife who I've been married to for 26 years now. She's not only my best friend, but she's the most wonderful person I've ever met. I've got two great kids who we have a blast with all the time. And we just have a wonderful, loving family environment. I guess my very first venture to Broadway was my parents took me to see Camelot. I must have been, I don't know, no more than 7 years old or so. And in retrospect, I think that was the quintessential Broadway musical, because it combined, I think, everything, all the best that Broadway has to offer. Phenomenal cast, Richard Burton, Julie Andrews, Robert Goulet, great musical score, and just a terrific storyline. And I remember it as well as yesterday. I would say that just about every show, well, 90% of the shows we've seen, we've taken our kids with us. And we did the whole thing for the kids. We did all the Disney, the trilogy. We saw The Lion King, we saw Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid. We brought the kids to see everything with us. And as they've gotten older, they've seen the more mature types of shows with us. And from musicals to dramas to comedies, there's nothing like live theater. And I think we've passed that on to our kids. They don't necessarily share our tastes in everything that we see, but they certainly enjoy the whole aspect of going to Broadway. It's something special and something exciting. I think this panel is a great idea. Look, in my line of work, I'm asked to give my opinion constantly, many times a day. If you ask my kids, who I love to bits, they'll probably tell you my problem is I tend to offer my opinion without being asked. But that being said, I'd love to give my opinion. It's fun, and I think that this concept of word of mouth is something special, because I know that when it comes to getting an opinion with respect to a movie, a show, a book, I turn to my peers and I turn to my friends, because they come from the same vantage point and the same perspective that I do. And I think word of mouth gives people an opportunity to do just that. I mean, not only do you go and get to see what regular theater goers feel about a show, but you can look at their bio, you can look at their backgrounds, and you can get a sense, well, if this person liked the show, it's likely I'm going to like the show. And by contrast, if this person had a problem with the show, I'm probably not going to enjoy it as much. So I think it's a great concept. It's one I wish I knew about a year ago, because I would have used it a lot more myself. And I hope to be a fair critic. I intend to be a fair critic. If something I see that I don't like, I'm going to say I don't like it and why. And I think more important sometimes than whether or not somebody liked the show or liked the book or whatever they're reviewing, it's the reasons behind it, because that allows somebody to get behind it and get a sense as to whether or not they're going to come away with the same impressions. I can't wait, and my wife can't wait also. This was really a shot in the dark when I first answered the email, and it came to fruition, and we're just so excited about it, just to see a lot of theater this year, and to share our impressions of what we see.